Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. So for today's video, I have a perfume haul for you guys. So if you are new to my channel, welcome. My name is Amy. I do videos on fragrance, beauty, self-care, and body care. If you like all that type of content, don't forget to subscribe before you leave today's video. And if you are a returning subscriber, welcome back. I'm so happy to have you here with me today, and I appreciate you guys so much. So let's get right into today's haul. All right, guys, so yes, you heard that right. I have another haul. And if you haven't noticed, I hope that my audio sounds a little bit better. I am not the best when it comes to the techie stuff. My husband helps me a lot when it comes to that part because I don't know too much about like connections and wires and all of that. So I did have my mic on top of my camera, and my camera is a little bit far away from me. So the room that I am in has a lot of echo, and I think that's what the problem was. I did add a rug on the floor, and now I have the mic very close to me. So I think that it's helping a lot. Let me know if you do notice a difference in the audio, if it sounds better and you prefer it. So I did a huge declutter not too long ago, and I got rid of like about 20 fragrances, and I was being so good and I wasn't buying fragrances. And then all of a sudden, the spirit of fragrances just got into me, and I ended up with, I don't know if I have 7 or 8 fragrances here to share with you guys, but you know what? This is what this is all about. You know, we buy perfumes, we get rid of perfumes. This is just what I love. Let's just get right into the haul. Okay, so 2 of these fragrances were just fragrances that I picked up like just because I picked them up. The rest were influenced. So I was influenced by YouTubers. So yeah, I'm gonna let you guys know who influenced me in each of these fragrances so that you guys know the person who I heard talking about it and the person that made me want to try them out. So let's just get right into it. I'm taking forever today. The first fragrance I'm going to be talking about was influenced by Erika Bubalu. I have mentioned her here on my channel plenty of times. If you don't watch her videos, just check her out. Her vibes are just so much fun, and she's just so real. She's funny, she's beautiful, she talks about fragrances. This one still has, like, it's still all wrapped up, so I'm gonna take it out real quick. All right, so this one is Gucci Flora Gorgeous Gardenia, and here is the packaging for this one. And I ended up getting the big bottle, which I didn't want to do, but I got this one from the military base, so it was a little bit less than what I would pay in a regular department store, and then I didn't have to pay taxes, so it's all right, I guess. But I got this one because of Erika Bubalu. Like I said, she was talking about it and saying that she loved it, that it's an easy reach, one of those fragrances that when you don't know what to wear, you can just throw this on and you're good to go. So I really liked how that sounded. I have never really been a fan of the Gucci Flora line. I never wanted any of them, especially because it has the name Gardenia in it, and I do not like gardenia. But this one is different. I did try this one 2 or 3 times in the store before I decided to get it. And the bottle, I think the bottle is so gorgeous. It looks so classy and sophisticated. I just see like a very polished woman with this bottle. Isn't it so beautiful? And I'm going to read the main accords for this fragrance. The main accords are white floral, sweet floral, patchouli, fruity, lactonic, woody, and fresh. And the top notes are pear blossom, red berries, and Italian mandarin. Middle notes are gardenia, jasmine, and frangipani. And the base notes are brown sugar and patchouli. And that brown sugar is what got me, as well as the pear blossom. There's gardenia in here, but honestly, I don't really feel it. It's not as sharp and annoying as other fragrances that have gardenia in them. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to spray a tester strip. And a lot of people, and even Erica said this as well, they compared to Viva La Juicy. And at first I was like, that doesn't really smell like Viva La Juicy to me, because Viva La Juicy is a little bit more sweet to me. But now that I got that comparison and like I'm actually thinking about it, it does. But this one to me just smells like more, Imagine Viva La Juicy being like the fun, like college girl, and then this one being like the one that is married already and she has kids and she's still fun and she's still really, really pretty, but she wants something that's a little bit more grown. I think that's what this is. So it's very similar. They're right there. They vibe the same, but I get like a little bit more like I'm more grown up from this one. I'm gonna put it on my skin, and the opening can be a tiny bit sharp, but right when it's reaching that point of like, ooh, like I don't think I can vibe with this one, it starts to smooth out, and then that brown sugar starts to come in, and it smells really, really good. And it is one of those fragrances, I agree, it's one of those fragrances that you can wear it anywhere. It just smells good. It smells like a very feminine woman, very put together, very, I feel like I picture a woman who's just very on top of her hygiene, and she's always put together, and she's always looking good and feeling good, and it smells really, really good. And for me, what saves it once again is that brown sugar. I enjoy it because of that. It adds like a little bit of sweetness in the base, and I really do enjoy it. I feel like if it didn't have that brown sugar, I wouldn't really want it or like really care about it, but I feel like it adds a little touch to it. So that is the first fragrance that I got. Hopefully I continue to like it. You guys know how it is. First impressions and hauls are just me showing you what I have added into my collection, but I haven't really worn it. I haven't played with it. I haven't tested it out. So it's just showing you what is new and kind of like what to look out for in the future on my channel, like fragrances that are going to be talked about. So that is the first one. Then we're gonna get into some fragrances that Cassandra here on YouTube influenced, and I was watching, I think all of these are from literally one video that she did, and I was just at home. I think I was done with dinner and I was just relaxing, and I decided to click on the video. It was like a summer must-haves, even though summer is about to end, but here in Puerto Rico it's always hot, so it's fine. So she did do a video on that, and I promise you, I don't know what got into me, but I purchased 3 of the fragrances that she talked about on that video. The funny thing about that is that when it comes to Cassandra's videos, I love her videos, but I did notice that we have very different tastes. So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna take the chance and I'm gonna get them. They were very affordable as well, so there is nothing expensive here. And I will say that I haven't sprayed these on my skin. I'm gonna do that with you guys, but I did spray them on the boxes when I got them, and they were all really good, especially one of them. I'm obsessed. So let's start off with the first one that she recommended, and it is, here goes my Spanish accent. Is it Calvin Klein? I think it's Calvin Klein. But here is the box, and this packaging, I don't like it at all. I never like to have perfumes without a cap, but might do it with this one, you guys. Look at this bottle. Why? Like, okay, I think that I would just keep it like this, honestly. But anyways, let's go ahead and let's read the main accords of this fragrance. The main accords are citrus, woody, fresh, spicy, white floral, aromatic, musky, floral, amber, powdery, and fresh. The top notes are grapefruit, eucalyptus, bergamot, lemon, and black pepper. Middle notes are orange blossom, tea, magnolia, jasmine, hedione, raspberry, and the base notes are cedar, ambroxan, white musk, cashmeran, olibanum, and violet. It has a lot of things in here. This one I wasn't like sure about, so we're going to test it out on my skin and see how I feel about it. Oh, it's nice though. And I think she described it as like an alternative to Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue, and that's what caught my attention because I'm kind of sick of Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue. The only one that I love and will always use is Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue Sun. That one just gives me what I need, so I love that one. The original Light Blue to me is like, I just feel like I smelled it so much on so many people that I don't find it fun. I don't find it intriguing. You know, it's just one of those scents that I would throw on and just be like, okay, whatever. So I don't want it in my collection, but I see what she means because I do get like that light blue similarity. But then again, it's a little bit more than light blue. It has a little bit more to it. So I'm going to spray this one on my skin as well. Oh my God, yes. This one has a little bit more depth to it. This one just gives you a little bit more like oomph when you smell it. You know, like when you smell Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue, you're like, okay, citrusy, bright. This one, you get the citrus, you get that brightness, but then underneath, there's like something there. Oh my God. I get like the raspberry in there, so I'm getting kind of like a fruity touch with a very, very bright citrus notes. I'm picking up on the orange blossom as well. It's not a thick, heavy orange blossom. She's just kind of like sitting in the back, you know, being pretty, but she's not being loud or anything like that. And then the woody, musky base. It's a really nice fragrance, and I feel like this is good for year round. I feel like you can wear it whenever. It's a perfect fragrance for running errands, for being outside, because it's really fresh. It's very refreshing, so it will do really, really good in the heat. This is very affordable. I do want to play more with it. I feel like it would do nice in fall as well because of that crispness in it. And it starts getting sweeter. And kind of, you're always gonna have that musk in there and like the woodiness in there. But once those citruses calm down, I'm getting like that sweetness and fruitiness from the raspberry. And then like that thick feeling that orange blossom gives, but not too much. It's just a tiny bit. Just to kind of like round the fragrance out and not be so sharp and citrus the entire time. Beautiful. I think this is really, really nice. Okay, moving on to the next fragrance that she recommended in that video. I picked up Escada Miami Blossom, and I am a Miami girl. I lived in Miami since I was like 10 or 11, all the way up until I left with my husband. So yeah, Miami is definitely something that called my name when I saw it. I've only had one Escada fragrance in the past, and I did declutter it, which was Escada Magnetism. I just wasn't a fan of that one. But here is the bottle for this one. And I kind of look at these Escada fragrances kind of as like a step up from fragrance mist and body mist, but they're really, really nice to have. I mean, I want to get into a few more. There is another one that I was interested in, but I think it was discontinued. But the main accords for this one are fruity, sweet, white floral, ozonic, tropical, aquatic, fresh, and citrus. And the top notes are watermelon, blueberry, and orange. Middle notes are pineapple, tiare flower, jasmine, and tuberose. And the base notes are ambroxan, musk, and sandalwood. Doesn't that sound beautiful? When I saw the notes, I was like, okay, yes, because I'm now getting into watermelon and also slowly getting into blueberry. But those are two notes that you can't really find in a lot of fragrances. And there is also pineapple in here, which my collection of fragrances with pineapple is very, very small. It's another note that is hard for me to find because usually when I see a fragrance with pineapple, they usually throw in patchouli in there, and I don't like the combination of those two. So this one doesn't have none of that. It just has musk and sandalwood, so it is way, way better for me. This is beautiful, so beautiful. That opening, that blueberry is beautiful. I want to see if the blueberry, if I get it on my skin. Yes. Oh my God, and the pineapple in here. This is the best pineapple I have ever smelled. So picture this, because pineapple is my favorite fruit. I don't think I've ever said that, but it's my favorite fruit to eat. Nothing makes me happier than when I cut a pineapple and it is like that perfect ripeness where it is just so sweet and there's like no acidic feeling to it or taste to it. And then there's nothing sadder than when you think the pineapple's ready and you cut it and it's like acidic. It like hurts your tongue and I hate it. But when it is sweet, oh my God. And that sweetness, that smell that you get from a perfect pineapple, the sweetness, the juiciness, it's in here. The pineapple, it kind of settles down. It's mixing in with the watermelon now and the blueberry. So when it first opens up, it is like a beautiful just party of blueberry, watermelon with the pineapple being like super juicy and like bright and perfect and sweet. And then the pineapple kind of tones down a little bit. And then you kind of get like a mix of all of those fruits along with musk. And I don't know if I get sandalwood. Maybe that's kind of like the last thing I'm going to get. Wow. This could have very well fit into the Escape to the Tropics video that I did, where I got a lot of like fruity fragrances and tropical fragrances. So if you're looking for a pineapple fragrance, because I have such a hard time finding them, this one. Beautiful, beautiful fragrance. I'm still going to get use out of these fragrances, even though I'm going to be focusing more on fall scents, because I'm just a very seasonal person. But if I'm being realistic, I live in Puerto Rico, so there is no fall here. There is just heat. But I like to kind of like create those vibes in my home and just make it like very cozy and fall like, even if I have to crank up those ACs and make it like really cold in the house. But having these types of fragrances is really good because when I'm going out, I can reach for these during the day. All right, so this next fragrance is the one that I was saying that I love so much. This is the Carolina Herrera 212 VIP. This is a private party NYC. I think this is the one that she was talking about on her video, but there are a lot of different flankers on this, so I'm not sure if I got the right one. All right, so here is the bottle for this one, and I got it in the 1.7 fluid ounce bottle. It is a gold little, I don't know what this is supposed to be, but it could stand, so that's good. It's not one of those that kind of like tip over. But the main accords for this fragrance are vanilla, rum, sweet, tropical, fruity, white floral, powdery, woody, fresh, and musky. The top notes are rum and passion fruit. This is full of notes that I don't like, by the way, but I ended up really liking this. So I think I am starting to like passion fruit because I've gotten like 2 or 3 fragrances with it and they've been working recently. So the middle notes are gardenia and musk. So gardenia again. Don't ask me what the heck is going on with me, but the base notes are vanilla and tonka bean. So hopefully I like it today as much as I liked it the day that I sprayed it, because I haven't touched them ever since that day. You know why I like this fragrance? It reminds me of one of my favorite fragrances. As soon as I sprayed this, I thought of one of the fragrances that I've talked about many times that was with me through like really big events in my life and when I first started dating my husband and stuff like that, and that is Gucci Guilty. So I mean, they both have gold packaging. I don't know, I don't want to say it, but this one might be better. And the reason why is because of that rum in there and the vanilla and the tonka bean. It's like taking Gucci Guilty, which is like bright and fizzy and peppery and sparkling, and you add like rum for some deepness and then vanilla and tonka bean to make it creamy and round it out. But you still have the scent profile of Gucci Guilty. Oh my gosh, I'm going to be wearing this for fall time. You have no idea. Oh my God, this is so beautiful. That rum in there gives it like this deepness and sexiness to it and just elevates it. Gucci Guilty is always gonna be my baby, but I feel like they vibe very similar and you can even layer them together if you want to. I feel like it opens up and it reminds me so much of Gucci Guilty, and then as it starts to dry down, then they kind of start like drifting apart. And then this one starts becoming like its own thing with the creaminess and the rum. It's kind of boozy. Wow. What a beautiful fragrance. Now this one for fall time and winter time, amazing. So amazing. I'm going to be using this for sure. And it's super affordable. So I'm going to be leaving the links in my description box. I do make a small commission out of those links. I always like to let you guys know that. I appreciate it if you shop through those links because that is what helps me to continue to do more content on this channel. So thank you so much if you do. I do like that it is affordable because that always makes it so much better. So now that we're done with that, I'm gonna move on to the fragrances that weren't influenced by anyone. I just kind of picked them out because I wanted to get them. The first one, I'm not going to talk too much about this one because I am going to be doing a video talking about the EDT version versus the EDP, and that's the reason why I got this bottle. It might sound ridiculous to some people, but I'm so passionate about doing reviews and just giving you content. So I went and bought a whole bottle just for that. And this is by Chanel, and this is Chance Eau Tendre, and this is the EDT version. So what happened with this was that I recently picked up the EDP version. I hauled it, I talked about it, and I had it on my tray, I think, last month. And I wore it, and I noticed that it was a tiny bit on the sharp side. So then I stopped to think, and I'm like, I think that I got the EDP version, but what I've always liked is the EDT version because that's the one that I smell when I go to Sephora. But I was thinking because it was the EDP version that it was gonna be stronger, so I just went with that one. So I'm kind of curious, like, okay, what is the differences from the EDT and the EDP? And I would like to help those people out who want to choose between the two. So I did pick this up. So here is the box. And I did get it in the smallest size available because it was just for review purposes and for me to play around with them and get to know them better. But I do like the EDP. It's not that I don't like it. But here is the bottle for this one. It's a little baby bottle. But the main accords for this fragrance are floral, fruity, citrus, sweet, fresh, spicy, powdery, white floral, musky, green, and iris. The top notes are quince and grapefruit. Middle notes are hyacinth and jasmine, and the base notes are musk, iris, and Virginia cedar and amber. So yeah, I'm not really gonna talk too much about this one in this video. Just look out for that video that I'm going to post. It's going to be the EDT versus the EDP. I'm gonna let you know what the differences are, what I think about it, which one do I prefer, the longevity on each one, all of that. I'm working on that now, so I have been testing them out. But this is just, when I think of like that it girl, the pretty girl, the clean girl, the girl who just always looks put together, the very girly girl, I feel like you can gift this to someone like that and they would just love it. It's very hard not to like it. And if the color pink had a fragrance, it would be this one. It's just so girly, so feminine, so juicy and fresh, beautiful. So I am going to be doing that video very soon. All right, so this next fragrance I'm super confused about. I don't know how I feel about it. I never heard of it. I've never heard anyone talk about it. And I was just scrolling through Sephora's website, which I always just check out if there's any new fragrances that are coming to Sephora. I saw this and I was just like, that sounds interesting. I just bought it. When I saw the notes, I was like, okay, that sounds like just a really like cozy fragrance. I just got it, but now I'm not sure if I'm going to keep it. I don't know if I'm gonna take it back, but I would love to hear if any of you guys have this fragrance or if you've used it or if you smelled it before. This is by the house Dedcool. It's the first time that I ever hear about this. Here is the box for this one, and it says 01 genderless, so I'm guessing this is like a unisex fragrance. So the box has the name of the fragrance, which is #1, and then the scent is Taunt. The description says bergamot, vanilla, and amber. The reason why I'm saying that I don't know how I feel about it is because I sprayed it and I honestly don't get much. It's just a super, I'm gonna have to look up reviews on this and I'm gonna have to try this out like before bed when I am just, before bed, I usually can concentrate way better on a fragrance because I'm just laying in bed and I'm smelling myself. But the main accords for this fragrance are vanilla, amber, powdery, floral, soft, spicy, aquatic, and citrus. The top notes are dewdrop and bergamot. Middle notes are floral notes and cassis. And the base notes are vanilla and amber. So it sounds like a very likable fragrance. On Fragrantica, it is compared to Clean Reserve Skin. It's compared to Penrose Secret Genius. It's compared to Vanilla Bourbon from Mixed Bar. So to me, it was just a fragrance that was going to be very easy to like. So I just purchased it. But I was really excited to spray it because I'm always excited for vanillas. It's like one of my favorite types of perfumes. But it's just so soft. Like there's barely anything there. Okay, the fragrance just kind of was like, shut up. Okay, so this is probably just better on the skin. Let me rewind that. I'm definitely gonna have to test this out and like wear it to bed by itself because I have a lot of fragrances on my skin right now. But this is not good to test on a tester strip because it gets lost. Like, don't even do that. Just if you're going to try it out, spray it on your skin. Oh my God, it's like the most comforting, warm vanilla, but it's super duper soft though. It is, I see why they're comparing it to Clean Reserve Skin and to Penrose Secret Genius, because if you have those fragrances, you know that they're not beast mode, they're not super projecting, they don't leave a big trail or anything. But if someone comes over to you and they give you a hug or they give you a kiss or they're like really close to you, they're gonna tell you that you smell yummy because it smells really, really good. It's like a second skin type of fragrance. I feel like that's what this is. It is like Skin Reserve, but the vanilla version of Skin Reserve, like a warm vanilla. Ooh, this is so good. It's almost smoky. Maybe I'm just getting like that spice. I'm gonna try it out and I'm gonna come back and let you guys know what I think about it. But if any of you guys have this or tried this, let me know in the comments how you feel about it. I'm super curious about this one. The packaging is like very simple, very minimalistic. This is just like to be home in the fall time, like drinking hot chocolate, you're cuddled up in some blankets, and you're just like watching a movie or something, and you have this on. You know, those types of fragrances that you love to wear, like to cuddle with your significant other and just be together, and you smell good, but it's not too much. You're not gonna make him sneeze. I feel like with this, they're just gonna want to keep on like getting close to you to smell you because it just smells so good. It's a beautiful skin scent. I'm getting like this smoky vibe from it. So like a smoky vanilla type of vibe. It's sweet. You still get sweetness in it, but there's like this smoky vibe to it. Really, really nice fragrance. And so this next fragrance was influenced by the beautiful Opinionated Scents here on YouTube, Tara Michelle. I love her channel as well. I love watching her videos. I feel like I'm listening to like a story, and she just describes everything so well. And my tastes are very, very similar to hers. So 99% of the time when she says that she likes something and I get it, it's a hit. So she's been talking about this one like here and there. I always kind of get tempted to get it, but I don't get it. And the other day I was again at the military base shopping, and that's just like a very dangerous place for me because they have these samples and the fragrances out, and I don't pay taxes, and they're cheaper. So I try not to go to that section because I almost always come out with something. But I feel like this is an amazing deal. I don't know how much this fragrance costs at a regular store, but this is a fragrance that she influenced me to get, and this is by Moschino, and it is Toy 2 Bubblegum, and this is the entire set of it. This whole set, it brings a 3.4 fluid ounce bottle of the fragrance, I think. It brings a little travel size, and it brings a body lotion. I got all of this for $76. So I think that that is an amazing, amazing deal. So I just picked it up. It says here on the packaging that the value of it is $142, and then this set usually gets sold for $90. So the reason why I ended up getting this fragrance was because not so long ago, Bath & Body Works released a bubblegum body spray, and I was kind of excited for it because I have been seeing reviews talking about the Toy 2 bubblegum and how it has like that bubblegum note. So I was like, okay, maybe that fragrance mist is like kind of similar to that, and I kind of wanted to like experiment. I had never tried anything like that smelled like bubblegum like that, and I was not a fan of that one because the bubblegum just never goes away. And I know that some people want the bubblegum to stay the whole time, but I like the touch of bubblegum, but I want something else in there. Like give me more, don't just give me gum. So I gave that body splash to my middle daughter, and she loves it so much. She's 5. She wakes up in the morning, she gets dressed, and she just splashes the bubblegum fragrance mist on herself. I think it's so cute. But when I saw Tara Michelle talking about this one recently, it just gave me like that push. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna try that out, because I did read that this one starts off with that bubblegum, but then it dries down to like with rose in there. So it just sounds a little bit more up my alley. So here is, I mean, the bottle is huge. I'm so messed up because I keep saying that I don't want to add bottles to my collection, but here I am. This is a problem. But here, this bottle is just so freaking cute. It's cute. Look at this. It's so freaking adorable. And the main accords for this fragrance are fruity, sweet, rose, and tropical. The top notes are candied fruits, lemon, and bitter orange. The middle notes are bubblegum, Bulgarian rose, blueberry again, so I'm so excited that it has blueberry, peach, cinnamon, peach blossom, ginger, and the base notes are musk, ambroxan, and cedar. The notes sound really nice, different mix of notes. And I sprayed this one, and when I first sprayed it, I remember thinking like, oh crap, like this is bubblegum. When the dry down came, I was in love. I am so happy that I have it. Yeah, the first spray, it is straight up like powdery bubblegum. But that lasts maybe like a couple of minutes. So you get to enjoy like the bubblegum, and it feels fun and young and bright and pink. It's such a yummy fragrance. I just think that the dry down is beautiful. Like that rose in the dry down, so beautiful. But see, when it starts to dry down, you still have that bubblegum kind of like lingering there a little bit, but all of those other notes kind of start to like develop and bloom, and you start getting that rose in there, which is super beautiful. What I like about it is that it ends up being like a grown woman scent. You don't smell just like bubblegum the whole time. So that's what I love about this one. This rose is just stunning as well. There's very little roses that I could do, but this rose, gorgeous. It's gorgeous. I love it. That brings me to the end of today's haul. Very long haul. I hope that you guys are still here with me. So if you're still here with me after such a long haul, I want you guys to comment the little teddy bear emoji in the comment section so I can see those of you who are still with me to the end of the video. I appreciate you guys so much. I hope that you guys had fun girl time with me, smelling fragrances. I hope that I helped you guys by describing these scents to you. Thank you so much for being here with me. Give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Comment down below if you have any of these fragrances and how you feel about them, your experience with them, so that everyone can see everyone else's thoughts. And with that said, I will see you guys in my next video.